Okay, so here we have session 7, nutritional guidelines for active children. This is what we're looking at in this session. So this is following on from the work that's on Blend Space, exploring nutritional guides for active children, analysing research into the guidelines. Okay, so the Eat Well plate was brought out in 2011. It's based on the main food groups providing a healthy, balanced diet. Starchy carbs, fruit and veg, so your micronutrients, dairy alternatives, beans, pulses, so peas, beans, lentils, oil spreads, hydration, so your fluid, and then the other stuff, the food that's high in fat, sugar, and salt, so the bad stuff. Okay, so the Eat Well guide updated this in November 2016, and there were some subtle differences between the two. Okay, so that's the original one. Okay, then if you want a quick game of spot the difference, you can have a look at the new one. And feel free to flick between the two to see what's changed, or read this slide. Okay, so I won't read these out verbatim, you can have a look through. Whoops. So feel free to pause if you want to look at that. So fruit and veg should form roughly a third of a diet. At least 5 portions a day. It should be higher, but that was the minimum that the government thought that people would actually take notice of. Okay, so it could be fruit, cooked veg, salad, and then probably more veg than fruit, because fruit still does contain fructose, which is a simple sugar, okay, and can rot your teeth. And then some other alternatives there. And if you do have sugary fruit, it's probably better at meal times to reduce the risk of tooth decay, as your mouth will be producing saliva, which helps prevent that. Okay, so you starchy stuff, your energy foods, whole grain wherever possible, so stuff that's not been refined and had stuff taken out of it, so it's still a source of fibre. Obviously makes you poo properly. Dairy, so calcium, etc., good for your bones, teeth. And I can flip through this. So lean meat, less fat, and then obviously how you cook it is important. So grilling and steaming is better than frying. Lots of benefits of oily fish, so salmon, tuna, mackerel, that sort of thing. And then oil and spreads. So fat's got a bit of a bad rap, but we do need some types of fat in a diet. So saturated trans fats are the bad ones, but we still need unsaturated for energy and obviously to keep ourselves warm. Okay, so this is the stuff you should avoid. Pause that if you want a bit more of a look. And then fluids, 6 to 8 glasses of fluid every day, preferably water, preferably without sugar. So unlike the milk that we saw in the Jamie Oliver thing last week. Okay, so as we've already mentioned, there's a lot more overweight and obese kids, so a healthy weight is important with the link to physical activity. And we've already discussed the problems that can have on school performance and development. Okay, so healthy varied diet is good. Hitting the government guidelines on activity is good, and then avoiding the nasty foods and getting them into good lifestyle habits earlier on, so they can maybe have those throughout their lifetime. And if you model that as a parent, if we're looking at social learning theory, kids are more likely to copy it. Okay, so breakfast. So obviously you're breaking the fast that you've had overnight, so your body's been recovering. It's probably used quite a bit of energy, so you need to get your metabolism going in the morning. Some guidelines there. And some more. Okay, packed lunches. If kids have a packed lunch, make sure it's healthy and it's not just full of rubbish. Okay, so it tends to be very high fat, short salt and sugar content. So try and make it healthier. And then same with snacks. Okay, good luck trying to get your kids to take hummus to school, but there we go. Okay, so guideline amounts, GDAs. I mentioned this before, it's 2,500 calories for males, 2,000 for females. More obviously if you're active, less if you're inactive. And there's a graphic of that. So your task for the rest of this session, if you look at this video, which is on Blend Space, the simple sugar swaps, your task is to come up with a government campaign for healthy eating for 6 to 11-year-olds. Okay, so there's lots of different sources you can use there. You can use information from the Eat Well guide, government guideline daily amounts for calories, salt, sugar, fruit and veg, and then think about how you're going to make that appealing to children and parents. Okay, so that's your task. If you could upload that to Padlet, which is the final link on BlendSpace, and we'll go through that in the session 8 at the start. There's some resources, not exclusive, and that's what we'll be doing next session. That's your task after this session, to bring that information as well as what you've done in this session. Okay, that's it.